today's game, we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Broncos going up against the Falcons. So with that, we'll send you out to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, home of the Dirty Birds, where we bring in the two men who will call the action, and that's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
Larry, we are just off of Centennial Olympic Park Drive at the home of the Falcons since 1992. It's the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Atlanta Falcons. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Ryan on first down. And his first look is incomplete. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was in the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And he whips that one incomplete there. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their third straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
But we just saw him run the football really effectively there with 3 tight ends in the game. And any defensive coordinator, when they see that set, if they can get more bodies out onto the field, not more than 11, of course, but bigger bodies to combat what they're going to do, because that's a run-heavy formation. Those guys are out there to block 9 times out of 10, and in this case, they did it really successfully.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here's Simeon. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
And this one complete to Virgil Green. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down Denver. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Anderson loses the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Ryan now to throw on third down. And he fires one, but incomplete. Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
A play fake to Anderson. It's Simeon. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Grady Jarrett with the tackle. Okay, Charles, defensive starter time for the Atlanta Falcons.
And let's spotlight Keanu Neal, the safety out of Florida. So big, so athletic. Many thought they might make him an outside linebacker, but I think they're going to use him as a hybrid. Outside linebacker, strong safety, kind of in the Cam Chancellor mode in Seattle.
Play fake to Anderson. Now Simeon looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play clock winding down. On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
In the red zone this time. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
And that's caught by Tammy. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jacob Tammy from 8 yards out. And the Falcons are in for 6. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Sean Weatherspoon from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4.
Let's go.
Off of play action, Simeon. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Again, Anderson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Third and 2, Simeon. And he's got Hireman. And a gain there of 11 yards. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
10th carry now for Anderson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go now.
They run it again with Anderson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. Simeon wants to throw on 3rd and 1. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Their big tight end from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd down. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got time. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Final shot before break. Simeon. It's caught. He finds Norwood. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The 3rd quarter starts with a run from Anderson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They give it to Anderson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now Simeon. No one's got it. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now a 1st down following that long gain. In the backfield is Anderson. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
No. Check. Patrick.
Now Anderson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. 3rd and 4. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Simeon. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Simeon. And it is incomplete. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's go.
I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they had been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it with Coleman. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield.
Oh, man. 4th down and 1, and you're on your own side of midfield. That takes a little bit of courage to pull off. But they went ahead and snapped it, and it'll work out for them as they get the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best play callers in any league know how to break their tendencies. They study themselves, they self-scout, and they realize most of the time you don't call a draw play on 1st and 10. So every so often you insert that play just to make the defense think, even if it's not successful.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Ryan on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. A good pick up there of 20 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
On second down, Ryan. And this one's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. And it'll bring up third down. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. And they'll add a DB in the secondary here on 3rd and 14. Third and long. It's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal, and that does give them the lead, but this one is still a long ways from over.
And you love to be able to look up at the scoreboard and see that you're out in front, but then you take one look across the field and see that offense is raring to come back out, and you think, I don't know that field goals are going to be enough to get us home.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Thomas, the lone receiver, left. Simeon. Sanders has it over the middle. A good pick up there, 26 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up, here we go. Green, 30.
On first down, this is Forsett. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Now it's 2nd and 7. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Watch it now, Barney. Let's go.
Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. Finding time. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Vic Beasley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Now let's go. Leopard.
3rd and long. It's Simeon. Throwing right side, that's complete. Demaryius Thomas. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
All right, now, look at it. All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Watch it now, Barney.
Desperation time for Simeon on 4th. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Anderson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. It's caught. He finds Norwood. 22 yards on the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Back to the ground, Anderson. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Anderson. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's in. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And quickly they get to the line. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And McManus able to put it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 20. And he's in. Are you kidding me?
How do you get that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line, out-leveraging the defensive front, create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral. Brandon, normally we see these exciting finishes off the foot of a field goal kicker. Instead, they put it in the end zone to cap the victory.
And when you and I do a game every week, we talk about, man, we hope this is a good game. We got a treat today.
Not only did we get a treat, it'll be one that we will treasure and remember forever.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.